I'll be the 5. Yellow like water diamonds like a man. Water diamonds like a. Through the ball, my pants. Through the ball, my pants. I'm a fuck these bands.
It's Kevin from bitch from my girl.
Teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. 15 running. 15 running. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On first down, it's Taylor. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll run with Taylor, and he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jackson looking to throw on third. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On second down now, it's Taylor, and he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 10 on a Kansas City first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. They complete it to Hill. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Let's go, Chiefs. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check, anyway. Check, stop, run. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
They'll run on first down. Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Matt Milano. Throwing on second down. Jackson flush to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down. Now this now, play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. It'll continue to be interesting in these wet conditions how these kickers fare, but first test, passed.
And how about how the special teams unit handled that? A lot of concentration to make sure the ball didn't slip through his fingers. After the snap, got it down and let him pop it through the posts.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. And they give this time to the tailback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Allen now on first down. And he finds Tyler Kroft. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
after the loss to start out. Here's 2nd and 11.
Tight, watch what? Okay. You got 4.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender.
Oh.
To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
It's a lot of points. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he's able to get up here to the 26.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. He'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
They run with Taylor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Taylor. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Steps away. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Ed Oliver gets to him well behind the line of scrimmage. That is a loss of 17 yards. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt kicks out of bounds, and they will spot it right at the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 40.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Allen off the play fake. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
You have to have guys who can limit the other team's number of plays run and possessions. And no better way than an interception. And what a great way to break into the league.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the
wide open.
As he goes down, Matt Milano. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. The give to Taylor.
Damn.
Nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's put him on the bus.
From the gun, Jackson. And going deep for Hill. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Now Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 2nd and 7.
Come on.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Going to throw right side here, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Watch the run. Watch the run. 58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Check, 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 check.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. He may try and run for this. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyree Jackson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train there, Derek Nottie with a sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Lee Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Frank Clark racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's Hill on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. John Ross, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that. From the 29, Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark, that is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Allen. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They'll run on 1st down. Taylor, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Tremaine Edmonds on the tackle. A gain of 6 yards.
On 3rd down, it's Taylor. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson being chased out left. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent
I go for
field
it, then
position.
I do some dumb shit.
What's that? 52's the mark, boy. 52. Too little, cut. He's coming. Stop.
On play action, Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, the defense did their job, and then, boom, a one-play drive. The offense does their job pretty well.
You got to get those, Moses.
Rewarding them and thanking them for what they did. They went right out and put points on the board. Thank you so much for getting us the football.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory. But the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Now Jackson on first down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like,
The Bills just blew a lead like
No doubt
this.
about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training.
Pass interference,
so he's
I kept
got
on
to take
bumping
this
him.
feedback that he's getting, negative or
holding.
otherwise,
Fuck
and
yeah.
turn it into positives moving forward.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Out of the backfield.
What
It's
is
T.J.
that?
Yeldon.
Oh, yeah.
Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. It's caught by Aguilar. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for
30
down.
inches, okay.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
Come on.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. They come out here in the eye. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Get the fuck out of
I
here.
think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Turnover 4
The
downs.
Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Chiefs on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now Jackson from the gun, he'll throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson escaping the pressure right. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And the grab by Croft. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who've had the receivers on lockdown.
On first down, Taylor trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I...
Down the numbers, there he goes. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it. but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
I held it. I didn't tap it.
How they attack him here. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Looking to throw on second down. Allen, he's going to let it fly. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty, no question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Hauschka with the extra point. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. Meanwhile, in Nashville, they're on to the fourth quarter now. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. Jacoby Brissett, he was the story there with 4 touchdown passes. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Come on, guys. All we need is a first down.
They run the counter. It's Taylor. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Here's Jackson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Fuck.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 50-yard line.
Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys who's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly. Wise beyond his years. So for Kansas City, they fall a game under 500 now at 3 up and 4 down. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll be on the road next week
Oh, I didn't know you got... Nick, I didn't know you were in here the whole time.
Yeah, I've been in here since you joined.
Oh no, I was talking about Downs. But... Yeah, you too, Nick. Because I invited Downs to a party.
But yeah, he's not talking. But Billy, so tell me why their first play, the Redskins, literally like their very first play, they threw the ball and they completed a pass, and my middle linebacker or safety, whatever the fuck he was defense, really stripped the ball so clean. I've never seen that animation.
Yeah, I won.
Bro, I was so happy.
I'm gonna beat the next two users I play too.
And then my run game was going stupid until the second quarter hit. Then
Yeah, I had two players that were gonna